Welcome to Inquiry Theory. I'm Micah.
And I'm Ethan.
And this is James.
Meow.
You might have heard him purr. I actually think I can. This cat is awesome. James is now going to be taking my spot on the podcast. I am.
He looks pissed off.
He does. He looks like the angriest cat, but he's so sweet and he's so friendly, and he's purring like a storm right now.
Oh yeah,
he's just shaking my hand.
Yeah,
like I love this cat. He is adorable. I remember when I rescued you too. Yep, you owe me your life.
You are indebted to me forever.
He is mine. Anyway, there he goes. All right, well, that didn't last long. Good for nothing. These, not saying it.
Pussies.
There we go. Ain't loyal. Is what I was gonna say. Anyway, welcome to the show-ish podcast, whatever the term is. I don't really know what we're called. But yeah, we're just trading tangent, as you can tell by our complete utter lack of having anything prepared. Yeah, well,
I don't ever have anything prepared.
Nope, not at all. Me.
I like to fly by the seat of my pants.
What's that mean?
No idea. Don't even know. I think I used it right.
I don't know. Ethan's like, I've heard it used before.
Yeah, I heard it.
Appropriate context.
I read it in a book. I don't know.
You read it in a book.
Yeah.
What book?
So anyways, the other day I was
the one with pages.
I think there's some words in it too.
Got a cover on it.
Yeah, maybe it's a couple letters. I don't know.
So
it was mostly pictures, but
anyway, picture book. Anyway, yeah. So what is on the agenda? What is happening in the news? What is not happening in the news? Let's go rapid fire. I guess not rapid fire. I'm just going to share one thing. The sky is falling. Trump is tearing down the White House.
Talking about the ballroom?
Pissing on it.
Oh my.
Is what you would believe if you were on Twitter right now. Yeah, dude, I was on X and the left, because I get both left and right. I follow both because I like to see kind of both sides.
Yeah.
Watch our previous episode on news. So I like to kind of follow both just to see what's going on and laugh at both sides. So the left right now is like, it's so funny because they're like complaining about him tearing down the White House to make a ballroom, and that's literally the context, but then they're missing the context of it's the East Wing, and the East Wing has only been, I think, since 1942 been a thing. Truman or something made it.
I have no idea.
Like, it's not the original White House, and so they're like, all the pictures they're posting, there's no context whatsoever. There's just Trump tearing down the White House.
Well, the original White House was burnt down.
Yeah,
completely. So
yeah, exactly. So it's like, anyway, so they're like, oh, all this history, and I'm like, I'm 42, but like, come on, like
well, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
my opinion of
whatever.
It, my opinion for what it's worth is the fear mongering is, well, not fear mongering, but the attempt to make it a newsworthy. Well, I guess it is newsworthy. Newsworthy's kind of meh, but they're not adding the context. Like, they're freaking out and they're causing commotion. On the left is on Twitter, they're like, oh, this is horrible. And it's so funny because my theory on this is Trump is doing this right now in line with the No Kings protest. I think he's trolling them.
Yeah, dude doesn't care.
I think he's trolling them.
Yeah. If it's not even, yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I'm convinced that like 72% of what Trump does and announces is to troll.
Oh, well, yeah, a lot of it.
I think a lot of it is
like not. It's not. That's not his purpose, but he throws trolling in with almost a lot of what he announces.
He says it in ways to troll
intentionally.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%. He loves throwing the gasoline on the flames,
which is just funny because he understands. Like, he just understands the game. So it's funny.
Yeah,
no, he's not afraid. Like, he can't get reelected. So like, why not?
Well, the right needs to stop with this bullcrap of suggesting that he can run for a third term. There's a couple of them, I'm blanking on their names, but there's a couple representatives that have been like, he could run for a third term technically, and they've been trying to figure out legally how he could. And I'm like, just stop.
Trying to find a loophole. Yeah.
Just stop. I'm like,
he won't get elected again.
Just stop. Well, and the thing is too is like, this is why I don't like people who can't change their viewpoint on stuff. Like, for example, right there, what we just said was pretty obviously kind of giving Trump a little credit. So then and there, the initial reaction to those statements would be, you guys are MAGA, you guys are Trump, you guys blah blah blah, you know, all this stuff, you're riding his dick and all blah, like, and it's like, okay, stop. If Trump runs for a third term, I will be right there with you saying no.
Yeah,
I'll be right there with you.
I've said
because I can change my ideas and my opinions. And honestly, I'm not even changing my opinion. Like, I don't like this all or nothing for candidates and for political sides is so tiring. Like, I'm so tired of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so tired of people seeing that I was sad that Charlie Kirk died, and now all of a sudden I must love everything with the ICE raids going on. Like, I hate it. It's tiring. It's exhausting to sit here and go, no, I don't approve. Like, I go by a case by case basis, like every sane person should.
Sure.
And most people probably do. But the loudest ones on social media, you supported this, you must be X, you did this, and both sides do it. Both sides are doing it. And it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you've got blue hair, you must be a liberal or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's very tame. It sounded very boomer-esque right there, but
that's okay. Like, I mean, I've said it multiple times on here. Like, I like Trump. I don't like everything about him and his administration. I like, I like the fact that he got elected because I was afraid of the integrity of our democracy and it continuing. And I feel like him getting elected kind of brought the pendulum back a little bit. I thought it was way too far to the left. And I have some policies that I agree with that, generally the Democratic Party is supportive of. And I also have policies that I'm supportive of that's on the Republican side. So but I'm glad that Trump got elected. It doesn't make me MAGA though.
No.
You know what I mean? To your point.
Yeah. I mean, you can be glad he got elected because, I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to throw this out there. I agree with your statement of like, we're concerned about the integrity of democracy, of the Democratic election, stuff like that.
Yep.
I wasn't so far that, but I was definitely concerned with the media control. The Democrats had a very heavy hand on the media.
For sure. And
it's so funny to me to see people freak out now about Trump enacting things. And like being critical of the media because like, oh, it's the first sign of fascism. And I'm like, that's the first sign that I thought the first sign was all the other things you were crying wolf about. Like, anyway, I'm so exhausted of everything's fascist now. Anyway,
okay. Well, you want to talk about fascism? Go back and look at the fucking COVID shutdown. You just talk.
Let's go.
Like that is fascism to its T. You know what I mean? Like, you shut down all the little businesses, but the big guys are allowed to stay open. You can't leave your house. You have to take this vaccine. Like, come on. Like,
also, I don't know.
It's right in front of your face.
People don't know this too. The Biden administration, Google came out, and they're still in hearings about it. I think I haven't heard anything new developing, but Google representatives came out and said, yeah, the Biden administration came to us, wrote a letter, and basically wanted us to remove any content on YouTube that was critical of COVID-19 vaccines and stuff like that, whether or not it broke our terms of service.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so it's like that. Why are people not freaking out about that?
Yeah.
Like that to me was fascist.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
But let me stop.
Maybe not.
Yes. I'm not going to be the one who throws around those terms like that because that irritates me. That was very state controlled media.
It's a lot of what you're seeing is the pot calling the kettle black right now, as far as what they're calling Trump out for. Like, it's stuff that they were literally doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's all the same.
Yeah, it's so frustrating because it's just like I said, like we said earlier, it's like you can support one thing and not another that they're doing. Like, I don't really support the district remapping going on. But guess what? I also remember when Democrats were doing that in like 08, like 07. I remember being in middle school and hearing about it. Like, they were remapping back then, and Democrats were getting hella seats back in that era. And so to me, it's like, you're complaining about Republicans doing it now because your side's not doing it. But when your side was doing it, I didn't hear people complaining nearly to the degree that I am now.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I don't approve of it either way. I don't think you should be redistricting like that to ensure that you never lose majority of seats. But it's within the bounds to do.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
So if you don't like it, remove it.
And it's not like
when you're in power, remove it.
And it's
but they're not going to.
Yeah, it's not like he signed an executive order to do it. He's just encouraging people to do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not like they have to either.
It's within the ability of them to do. And so, like, if you're mad about it, then petition for representatives to get in there that they then remove that thing. It's like when Trump ran on. It's like in 2016 2016 when he was running on the whole like the Democrats won't actually fix the tax laws because it's the same ones that their donors are using.
Yeah.
It's the same energy as that.
Yeah.
It's the same energy.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's a problem, but they won't address it because they benefit from it.
Right. Exactly.
Like you're not gonna affect gerrymandering because you benefit from it when you're in power.
Yeah.
Like so stop with this moral high ground where you're like, oh, can you believe that they're a threat to democracy? Whoa. So was it a threat to democracy when you did it? Like,
right.
like, why is it a threat now? And I'll tell you why it's a threat now. It's a threat now because the current administration doesn't control the media to the degree that the previous administration did.
Exactly.
So the media is running rampant and running cover and flack and doing all this stuff because the current administration is not tying their hands.
For sure.
Like, so go for it. Go report it. You're free outlet. Go do it. So,
and by the way, like Democratic Party can talk shit once they hold a primary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. Like, Jesus Christ.
I love how we just glossed over that.
Yeah, everybody forgets that. And also, like, I feel like this has nothing to do with what I just said, but I feel like a lot of people forget that the president isn't the only person you can vote for. There's all sorts of levels all the way down to city council that you can elect people into. You know what I mean? And like they have like just like not just as much, but they have abilities to change stuff around your community that you actually live in, probably more than the president does.
Well, if you want to go down that rabbit hole, I think they should have more power than the federal government. I think
100%.
I think local and state officials should have way more say in your daily life than the federal government does.
Whoa, slow down, Charlie Kirk.
Oh, God. We don't have any clear lines of sight here.
No, we don't. No, but 100%, I agree. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's careful. They might take you out for saying something. Yeah. That is not us making fun of him.
Not at all.
It's us making fun of the fact that he was killed for expressing opinions.
Yeah, that was one of his original viewpoints, was that more power should be given to the states versus the federal government.
Fascist. Get rid of him.
Yeah, I know.
Fascist.
Yeah, go figure.
How could he say that? That's horrible.
Yep. But no, there's like it's a very common video, at least on my algorithms, of like him when he was very young, talking about how, small federal government, big state government. Not big state government, but more power to the states.
Yeah.
Because like they that's where people actually live, so like
the states should have a better understanding of what their constituents need than the federal government.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't get me wrong. When Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water because the state government can't do shit, then maybe the federal government step in.
Yeah. Or when LA's full of homeless tent cities, maybe the federal government should step in.
I thought you were about to say tent people, and I was about to be all for that description. Let's tent people.
Look at the tenties over here. I don't know.
When are they going to start turning turbines?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's $1 billion idea.
Throwback.
Yeah, throwback.
Yeah, no, it's.
I mean, I want to know what they did with them when they went down there.
When Xi Jinping?
Oh, they didn't go down there for the homeless people. They went down there for the Mexicans, didn't they?
Oh, ICE?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The illegals.
Probably sweep them both up.
Here's an idea.
I'm not condoning ICE taking U.S. citizens.
Here's an idea. Why don't we not deport the illegals and just put them into energy producing camps?
Ethan's like, everything can be solved if you make power. Ethan's like, illegals? Not anymore. They're making power.
We'll give you citizenship if you turn this turbine for 8 hours a day.
8 hours? That's generous.
Well, I mean, we don't want to, it's not a concentration camp, dude. So, whoa.
Some people think it is. I can't stand that. They're taking them to concentration camps.
Yeah.
Last I checked, the showers where the ICE is holding them actually dispense water.
What is that? Alligator Alcatraz or something? What is that?
God, I don't know. It's just added to the list of Trump's trolling things.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think there's some merit to what they were doing, but then his reaction to it, and he just inflamed the crowd even more.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Basically just Trump's whole media posture on Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh.
Like, it's like if you're making like...
It's like his posture on anything else?
Yeah. It's like, how many people can I piss off today?
Mm-hmm.
I think he thrives. I think he's like a vampire and feeds off of the people he pisses off.
Yeah.
I think that's what keeps him orange.
Mm.
I don't think it's tanning lotion or anything. I think it's just fucking... He just... The more people he's pissed off, the brighter orange he turns.
He'd wither away to nothing if people weren't mad at him. He's on borrowed time. That's funny.
It's like 100 years ago he got cursed, and he's like, the witch or whatever was like, you must make half the population pissed at you at all times or else you die.
just in, the inquiry theory said Donald Trump sold his soul to the devil.
Well, I mean, no.
That's what it kind of sounds like. Just saying.
Oh god,
So
we have fun. We like to have fun.
You have to piss off 1,000 people a day just to stay alive. Easy.
Trump's like rookie numbers.
Yeah,
rookie numbers. 1,000. He's looking at his social media team. Only 1,000 people were pissed. You're fired.
That was good.
We gotta bump those numbers. That's them right now, though. Yeah. I mean, come on, like look who's running. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of entertained by whoever's running the U.S. Department of who is it? It's like one of their departments, and it's like whoever. It's not ICE, but whoever's running their like X profile for like the immigration stuff is on fire, dude. They are just constantly letting out bangers. Like Democrats over here saying something, and they just clap back, and it's like It's like it gives me the. Have you ever seen when like 4, 5, 6 years ago when Wendy's Twitter was blowing up because they were like hilariously responding to everything?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I remember
it was that
yeah.
energy of the immigrations.
Yeah, I love it.
X, and I'm like, you know what? I understand it's kind of inflammatory, but it's funny.
That's the culture nowadays.
It's funny.
All they're doing is just playing the game. You know, it's hilarious.
It is. Yeah. No. And what fuck? It's just think, dude. 2016. It's just 2016. Think about the
social media is just a culture of talking shit.
Well, think about the
and
comedy
cooking videos.
Look at all the memes and look how good of a comic that Trump has allowed us to have. Like, look at all the jokes and everything. Like you guys the media should really be thankful that Trump got elected because they have never-ending stream of stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah.
But like, just think about how close we were in 2016 to like think about the jokes Trump makes, and think about 2016 Hillary Clinton. Make sure you Pokemon go to the polls.
Oh God, Jesus. I forgot about that.
My friends and I had a field day with that. We were like,
woof.
Oh God, we were so close. On a different timeline, that's comedy's dead in the year 2025.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, this is all our opinion and stuff, but like, I'm here for the content.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I'm here for the content.
Yeah.
He says mean things. Okay. A
Yeah.
lot of people say mean things.
Yeah, everybody else thinks it, so whatever. You know what I mean?
Dude, the young Republican group chat that got leaked.
What?
Did you hear about that at all?
Mm-mm.
Holy shit, I envy you.
Group chat?
Yeah, it's a group chat with some like people from the young Republican organization. I don't know. JD Vance came out and said they're just kids, and dude didn't do his research. They were like 30-year-olds, but that doesn't matter to me. Like, okay, so let me backtrack. So what happened was young Republicans group, basically their group chat got leaked and exposed. And they were saying if the media was saying that they were saying making rape jokes, they were making fun of racist jokes, I love Hitler and all this stuff like that. And I'm like, you expect someone who grew up in the 2007 Modern Warfare 2 lobby to care?
Yeah,
you expect me to care about a private group chat where these guys are making dark, edgy humor? Like,
yeah, I'd like a trans activist group chat to get leaked.
Oh God, yeah, but wouldn't be joking in it. Like,
my point.
Like these people, don't get me wrong. Like, do I think that there's a reason this was a private group message, and the left went full scale, like these guys are Nazis and fascists. We told you,
of course it did,
and all this stuff. And I'm like, guys, it is a private group message. Let's leak your private group messages. Right. I'm sure that'll go well.
Yeah,
like don't get me wrong. Like, we're the like rape jokes, bad taste. 100%. Racism jokes, it can be funny.
Yeah,
depends on context.
Yeah,
Hitler joke. Always funny. No, but seriousness, like it's a private so, and this is on the heels of Jay Jones, or whatever his name was in Virginia, the attorney general nominee, Democrat nominee. Messages got leaked. Now the messages are old. They're from like a year or two ago, but guess what? Year or two, not that long ago. So I'm sure he probably shares the same opinion, but he was he was shared text leaked of him wanting his opponent to wishing death on his opponent, wishing someone killed his opponent, and then wishing someone would, quote, kill his fascist kids in front of them. And then they can hold their dying kids. Like, oh, and someone in a Republican group chat said, I love Hitler after a joke. Sorry, the pity well's dry. I don't really care. Like,
exactly.
and this on top of that is on the heels of the Charlie Kirk assassination. So it's like
Right.
I really don't give a shit what these guys said in the group message, a private group message that they never expected to be shared.
Right.
Now, can you make an argument that they made jokes in poor taste? You can make that comment, and you know what? There is some character to what people find funny. There's some merits. I understand that, but they weren't sitting there advocating any of this stuff. They weren't sitting there. They weren't. If you look at the context when they said "I love Hitler" or whatever it was, I mean, it was clearly satirical. Like, I'm just saying, like, but the Democrats didn't disavow. He's still in the race. I'm pretty sure. Fact check me on that. Future me editing. Fact check me if I'm wrong. Put it up on the clip. If I'm right, just keep rolling. But like, I'm pretty sure he's still in the race. Like, he's still in the race. A guy who wants his opponent to die, thinks his kids are fascist little kids, wants, and that was not a private group message. Like, ha ha hard. It was. I don't know. I think he was probably drunk. That's the only context that makes sense, because the person responding was like, "Please stop." Like, you don't actually think this. No, I do. They need to fucking die. And
the J. Jones guy?
Yeah.
Oh God.
It was a direct text to somebody.
Oh God.
Yeah. But like, what I'm saying is, like, the Democrats are sitting out here condemning the Republicans for something that, am I going to sit here and say that they had a good, what they did was good? I wouldn't say it's good, but it's a private group message. There's no expectation of that getting out. It's a private message. But then you got the J. Jones guy who's directly talking to somebody, and not even, let's take out the context of where it was said.
Mm-hmm.
How was it said?
Mm-hmm.
Advocating for a person to die who you are in a race against, versus making some inappropriate, edgy, dark jokes. That's not apples to apples, people.
No,
it's not the same thing.
Not at all.
I'm sorry, it's not. And if you think it is, then you need to reevaluate. You need to kind of reevaluate some things.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Now, I might be putting my foot in my mouth, and maybe more got released about the Young Republican group message. Maybe they did say we should send all the Jews to concentration camps. Maybe they said that. Then I would condemn that. That's a call to action.
Sure.
Wishing death on an opponent, to me, that's kind of a call to action.
Yeah.
So I don't. That's why. That I saw that happening, and everyone was freaking out on the Young Republicans, and everyone was freaking out on JD Vance because JD Vance got it wrong. He said these kids, and they're 30 years old, and I'm like, okay, you think the vice president really cares? Like, I mean, he's just making a comment.
At that point, I blame our education system.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So to me, the whole thing is just, I don't agree with. What they were saying, but like, come on, I grew up on the early 2000s internet. That was par for the course,
right? I mean, they're anybody's going to grab onto anything they can, and run with it. Yeah, and that's all they're doing.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not defending it. But I'm also like, come on, guys. Like, we got bigger apples or fish to fry.
Yeah. What about that teacher from one of the No Kings protests who was, mocking the Charlie Kirk assassination? Did you hear about that?
No.
Her name's last name Martinez, and she was like a teacher at a school, and she was like dancing on the side of the road, like doing this, and somebody caught it on camera, and now everybody's up in arms about it. And
I'm going to be honest,
like trying to get her fired.
Well, I'm going to be honest. A year ago,
she's a teacher at an elementary school.
So okay. So let me. I don't like it, but okay. I don't like it. I don't like what she said, but I mean, fine.
Right.
Like she has that freedom to say that. Like
oh, she didn't even say there's no
whatever
words.
The actions. Like she has the freedom to do that. I disagree with it. You guys, if you've seen our Charlie Kirk video we did, or just reaction to everything, you understand our viewpoint. Like, celebrating his death is just not like. You can do it, but I think you're a shitty person.
Well, yeah, my point is, like, anybody's going to grab onto something they see and run with it. Like all they're like. Yeah, that's all it is.
Like, my problem, the people glorifying the death of Charlie Kirk, my problem with that is the underlying subtext of how are they so radicalized to where they're willing to do that?
Oh, for sure. Well,
that's my concern. My concern isn't so much that they're saying it, because freedom of speech, as long as you're not calling to, as long as you're not making a call to action, you're not saying like they should die. Like then yeah, okay. Say what you want to say, whatever. That's fine. Same as the young Republican group message. I don't, this private group message, they made bad jokes, even if they were somewhat serious. Okay, they didn't do anything. I haven't seen them say anything that was a call to action to do anything. But I'm more concerned with just like, how the hell did we get to a point where, and this is where I think the social media aspect is so skewed, because the algorithm just rewarded people with inflammatory remarks about Charlie Kirk while he was alive. Like, these people actually believe, like,
yeah, radicalized and misinformed.
Yes, that's a dangerous combo.
Yeah,
that's a very dangerous combo.
Yeah, misinformed is probably the worst aspect of that. I mean, like, radicalization is going to happen when anybody gets passionate about anything they believe. You know what I mean? It's the misinformation that really drove them, I think, to the point of assassination.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just it's all the misinformation I was fighting in our comment section on TikTok. Like, my God, these people.
It's just like not anything
spent,
that
hours responding to these people, and I spent so much time in wording my responses and making sure, and it's just like they just respond with they either don't respond or respond with the stupidest remark, and it's like, guys, you're willfully ignorant at this point. Like, that's your fault. Like,
yeah.
Like, but they don't realize they are, and it's sad. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go too much into the Charlie Kirk thing, because I feel like
we talked about it.
Well, yeah, and I feel like I feel like it's the level-headed people all kind of agree that it was a consensus. Bad thing, you know what I mean? But I will say that, like I said in the episode before this one about the news, that like he was advocating for small government, and one of the things that he was called was a Nazi and a fascist, which is the opposite of small government, you know what I mean? So that's just one obvious example of how people were misinformed on who he was. And it's sad and unfortunate, but whatever.
Yeah, no, the misinformation on everything he said, like all the context and quotes I saw them say, it's just, I mean, every single one of them was out of context. And I would then ask them what was the context this was said in, and they either would not respond or respond with, it doesn't matter. I'm like,
yeah, and it's not even, he wasn't even a politician. It's not like he actually had any control over policy making or anything like that. Like, he was just, just, I don't know, he was just pushing his beliefs, but whatever.
Yep. So that was a depressing. I mean, we're a month and a half past it now, 6 weeks out, and I'll say this:
it was just a dark thing for America.
Have we forgotten already? The Democrats over here, political violence is never acceptable. And they're foaming at the mouth. Trump's tearing down the White House, and he's a fucking fascist, and he's a king. Yeah. It's like, okay, yeah, tone down the rhetoric. All right.
Yeah. Well, so a lot of I was watching some content on some influencers and their reactions to the No Kings protests, and I was looking at a lot of the content from them. They're a bunch of old people, like just a bunch. Like, they weren't like a bunch of people who I think were open-minded. I think they were very set in their ways, and that's why they were kind of at these rallies. So I don't think it's really that big of a.
The neuroplasticity was
that
zero.
Big of an issue. It was literally like a bunch of old people. But, yeah.
They probably still rewind their VHSs.
Bunch of 70-year-old Karens, but whatever.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I like observing this stuff and seeing, like, it's sad to see how we've attributed all or nothing into our politics now.
Oh yeah.
You're either all behind a candidate or not at all. And it's so prevalent to see on the left, when the left candidate that they've championed for however long suddenly has a bad take, and they just eat them alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's so entertaining. Like you don't support trans people enough, or you don't support XYZ enough. You don't support whatever. And it's just so fascinating to see it crumble. Republicans do that too. It's from time to time. There was a big schism. I'd say not schism, like they actually divided, but there was a lot of Republicans calling out Republicans this summer. I forget what for.
Well, I feel like people are just forgetting what the importance of what the president should be focused on. You know what I mean? I think it really should be the safety of our country, the ability of the citizens of our country to prosper. I think those should be the main two, focuses. And I feel like that's not what people care about anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
America's got too soft. And so they're worried about shit that they don't need to be worried about.
Well, I think it's more so. I'm gonna keep going back to the media being the boogeyman. I think the media is responsible for like 95% of the issue.
The boogeyman?
Yeah, the boogeyman, the big bad boogeyman of the media company going, fucking fascists. That's what they are. You guys need to go to this No Kings protest because he's going to be a king.
I thought you were talking about the guy in my closet.
I'm pretty sure that's you.
Is that was that a gay thing? Speaking of boogeymen, though, this is completely
boom, roasted.
Yeah, I'm gonna divert to a completely different subject here.
God, how are you gonna recover from that? That'd be embarrassing.
I'm not gay.
But that's okay.
Not that there's anything wrong with being gay. Clip that or cancel me.
Ethan, you're gay. Boom, roasted. I sent Ethan.
Micah, how is calling somebody gay a roast?
I don't know. Ask Michael Scott.
You're gay phobic.
Ask Michael.
No,
Scott.
Yeah.
Dude, I sent Ethan. Did I not send you the best Snapchat the other day? Did you get the?
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah.
I went to the dentist, and they just have this tiny itty bitty plasma TV, and it just reminded me of The Office, the dinner party episode where Michael Scott.
It looked just like it.
It was spot on. It was on a little pivot thing too, and I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. I almost wanted to go up and ask, be like,
it goes right into the wall. No, it doesn't. No, but anyways, this is a good story. Maybe a good story. I think it's a good story.
Okay.
So, because you were talking about the boogeyman, that's what made me think about it. Last week, me and my girlfriend went camping, and for anybody who doesn't know,
alleged girlfriend.
I think she's my girlfriend. Anyways.
No, I'm saying we think it's a girl. We're not sure because you are in the closet. No, I'm just kidding. All right, sorry. I tried to make a joke. It didn't flow. Continue.
Yeah. No.
Shame on me.
Yeah, you bombed that one. No, so we went camping. And for anybody who doesn't know, we live in the Middle Tennessee area, and we were going camping out in East Tennessee, specifically to a campground called the Lost Creek Campground, and this is in the Cherokee National Forest, which is right outside the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Right, so my girlfriend had never been camping before this past summer. We went to Yellowstone, and it was her first time camping. She loved it, so she wanted to go again. But this time, since Yellowstone's a very crowded place, especially during the summer, we wanted to do something a little bit more secluded, a little bit to be kind of a little more one with nature, I guess you could say. So all I did was Google like the top secluded campsites in Tennessee. It was one of the top 3, so we picked it, and we went out there, and it was definitely secluded. So it was in the middle of a national forest. So it's not a national park. It's not a state park. It's not any sort of park. It's just national forest. Took us about 6 miles from any main paved road, right? So it took us about half an hour to 45 minutes of driving through this windy, hilly gravel, if you can even call it gravel road, to get to the campsite. And we got there, and there was some, I would say, sketchy characters in the campsite. And other than that, the campsite was completely empty. And we later found out that these people were hunting bear, and that it was bear hunting season.
That's ironic. You have a dog named Bear.
And we do have a dog named Bear. Yeah,
that's scary. Did they hunt him?
No, they didn't hunt him.
Okay.
But it was like, I'm getting too much into the details of the story for it to matter. What the kind of freaky, funny, ironic part was that my girlfriend is, I don't know if you know about, and I'm sure you do because Leah, your wife, is the one who informed me about it, but the Appalachian Mountains, apparently there's some like specific rules that you're supposed to follow when you're in the Appalachian Mountains or the Appalachia area. Like there's like all sorts of folklore about either like spirits and
Wendigos or whatever.
Not Wendigos. Like I think one of them's I forget what it's named, but it doesn't even matter. Anyway, there's like literally 5 specific rules at the very least that you're supposed to follow when you're in the Appalachian Mountains.
Don't wear a sombrero in a funny manner.
Yeah.
Don't have a cheese plate.
Yeah.
Don't.
the funny thing is though is
sorry, it's just sounding like the SpongeBob episode where they're camping.
Yeah. Well, like
or the sea bear attack.
Oh, I remember the sea bear. Yeah. Yep. No. But for real though, the funny thing about it is that I knew we were in the Appalachian Mountains. My girlfriend did not. My girlfriend knew about the Appalachian rules. I did not know about them. So like it was just funny because we got back and I was telling Leah and my parents the story, and she's like, "Well, you went into the Appalachian Mountains," and she told me all these rules and
because of the rule.
Well, I'll tell you. So, one of the rules is because like a bunch of creepy stuff that happens in them, and I can't say like now that I look back on it, it was kind of like an eerie night. We only spent one night there because the bear hunters were very not friendly at all, and they had a bunch of dogs off their collars or off their leashes just running around. So we're gonna digress here a little bit. The way you bear hunt, or at least the way they were bear hunting, is they had like 5 pickup trucks full of like probably 10 to 20 dogs in the back of each truck, right? With GPS collars on them, no leashes or anything. And they just let the dogs run, right? And the dogs run, look for a bear, and then they all converge on the bear, scare it up a tree. And then the people go and shoot the bear out of the tree. So, yeah, so that's how these guys are bear hunting, right? So anyways, that's why we decided to leave, because we got 2 dogs who, there's all these other dogs just running around, and my dogs aren't the friendliest with other dogs. So we're like, I don't want them to get into fight in general, and especially not with these guys' dogs, So we left the next day. But anyways, that night was a little eerie, a little unnerving, because like even at 3:00 in the morning, you could hear trucks driving around, I'm just like, this is weird. But anyways, so the 5 rules for being in the Appalachian Mountains is, I'll just say the ones I can remember. One is you don't whistle at night in the mountains, because that will draw anything that's out there to you. If you hear your name, you don't answer your name or anything. Like if you hear, like apparently there's numerous instances of people hearing like a woman screaming or somebody calling for help and stuff, and you're never supposed to go to it. It's a pretty well known thing. I started YouTubing like the rules and videos and stuff, and probably half of it's bullshit, but there is some weird things.
You ever heard a raccoon scream?
No.
Sounds like a woman.
Yeah, well, they're also
they're terrifying. I've heard them before, and it's you think someone's getting murdered.
Well, and I also saw a video of this guy debunking a different video, and he played a mountain lion in like mating season during mating season, and it sounds just like a freaking like wow, like a woman screaming for sure, like 100%. Like I'm like, oh, that's 100% a woman screaming, or I could be. So like I said, half of it's probably bullshit from somebody 200 years ago who thought it was a woman screaming and didn't know about
those rules. Really, really sound like the SpongeBob camping episode with the sea bears.
But another crazy thing is she works at a restaurant, and one of the people who frequent that restaurant, they were talking about the camping trip there she was about to go on, and he was from that area. And he's like, "You bringing a gun?" And she's like, "No, but I got bear spray and I got 2 dogs." And he's like, "Oh, not for the bears, for the people." And she's like, "Oh, no, we don't own a gun." And he's like, "You should bring a gun." And yeah, so I don't know. Long story short, like kind of looking back at it,
based answer. I think everyone should own a gun, but
but like going camping in the middle of the woods, like
bring a gun.
Yeah, and I got 2 dogs and bear spray. What do I need a gun for?
Pew pew.
Like
nothing like bear spray or
all
lead.
He's saying is like all he was saying that he was from that area, and there's a lot of like sketchy people out there, is what he was saying. Like, and even in the middle of the woods, and we were in the middle of the woods, like no cell service, like no electricity, no running water at this campsite. Like bathrooms were literally just a hole in the ground type shit.
You went for fun?
Well, yeah. I thought it was gonna be fun. It ended up being super stressful.
Hole in the ground? Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Thought that might be an interesting story to share with some people.
No, it was. Yeah. I just I'm hung up on this whole like.
But if you guys want a good little scare, look up the 5 rules for hiking through the Appalachian Mountains.
Bring a gun.
Yeah.
Preferably 45 ACP. Remember, God's caliber.
Yeah. 45?
45 ACP.
Okay.
God's caliber.
Yeah.
Fun fact, it was created in what war was it? I don't know. U.S. was island hopping in some imperialistic war, like early maybe late 1800s.
I was going to say, have you seen Supernatural?
No.
Well, there's a Colt pistol that they have that kills demons.
It's a 45. It's 45 ACP. That shit would kill anything. That shit would kill anything.
Because that
45 ACP is awesome.
That show is 100% based on facts.
Yeah. Like I've got a 1911 mil spec 45 ACP. remember I was looking around, shopped around, and I was trying to find one, and I found one in 9mm. My dad's like, "Oh, just get the 9mm." I'm like, a Colt or a 1911 and 9mm? Blasphemy.
Yeah, no,
it's got to be 45 ACP, brother.
Yeah,
but that caliber was created in the Spanish-American War. I don't know. It was created in one of the wars because they were fighting some indigenous people, and the people had some crazy concoction of like drugs that just hyped them up, and so their normal pistol caliber was doing nothing. So like they had like revolvers, and they're shooting them, and they're like, I think it's like 38 or something.
Yeah, it's like one of those.
And they're still charging them, and they're like, oh. Yeah. So then they're like, we need a caliber that could stop someone that's high as shit.
Yeah, it's like one of those.
And they're like,
cop videos,
45 ACP, brother.
Yeah, it's like one of those cop videos you see of somebody like hopped up on meth or crack, and they tase them and doesn't even. They're just like keep going. They're like, oh shit.
Yeah, and they pulled a 45.
Yeah,
guess what? You take 2-3 rounds of that, you're done.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, it was. I can't remember. Someone fact checked me on the war. It was like it was like a long time ago, obviously. But yeah, no, they were just. It's like, hey, these guys are hopped up on drugs, and we can't. Our sidearms aren't working. What do we do? Let's make a bigger one.
Yeah, make it bigger.
My brother sent me a funny meme because I'm big on. I love 45.
That's
ACP.
Where the bazooka came from. Wasn't for tanks.
I love 45 ACP, but he sent me a meme, and it was like it was the. Have you ever seen that? Like really, it's a really old meme format, but it's like the guy, the boxing guy with a mustache, and it says 45 ACP users once they've fired their 7th shot and missed, because you can only have like 7 rounds in them.
Right. That's funny. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. Got it.
So you're not wrong, but that's why you just make sure you hit one of those. You only need to hit one of those 7, and you're good.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. It was a creepy trip.
Fun. I have never had anything paranormal happen to me. Never. So yeah, I am a non-believer in.
I mean, I will still swear to this day that in and it wasn't even an old house. It was a house that we lived in Texas when I was growing up. I swear I could hear. We had a very big. So it was a 2-story house. You walk in the front door. To the left was what we called the living room. Right, it was just kind of like a room where we had a couple couches. But the ceilings went all the way up to the 2nd floor. So the
lofted kind of.
Yeah, lofted ceiling. Yeah. So like it was straight up. So it was a very high ceiling, right? And I swear from my bedroom when I was laying in bed, I could hear a voice that sounded just like my mom's calling my name, kind of like in a half whisper, from like the corner of that, because I could see the corner of the where the ceiling met the wall for that living room. And I swear I could hear my mom calling my name in like a kind of like a half like aggressive whisper, like Ethan, but it kind of like sounded like it was projected from that corner.
Is that
that's the only thing that I will swear to that I've heard that was kind of like sketched me out. I've seen my sister sleepwalking too.
I was gonna say that's the one that,
but that's not paranormal. That's just my sister being creepy.
Yeah. Well,
same house, but.
Okay, I was about to ask because I know those stories.
And then
because Leah and your sister, shared.
I mean, she was just sleepwalking, but Leah also saw her doing some stuff in the night too.
How old were they? Like 6, 7?
No, because I was in high school. So
okay.
No,
she was your second home.
Yeah, she would have been
Texas home.
She would have been either like a 7th, 8th, 9th grade, something like that, probably, because I was a junior or senior. I don't know. But yeah, that's just her being creepy. That wasn't paranormal. But I will say, like, that's the only thing that I will swear by that I heard that could have been paranormal.
I've heard.
Could have been my dead grandma or something. I don't know.
I've heard stuff like that. I mean, I was here one day. I guess I don't consider it paranormal because I don't really I'm not superstitious. I'm not even a little stitious.
It's like
I'm just not non-stitious.
The only reason I feel like it's paranormal is because you get like an uneasy feeling when it happens, or I did at least. I don't know about you. Like I'll get like jump scared by something I think is something that is not. Like if I'm in the dark and I look at a shape and I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, that's not that. And but when I heard these voices, it like gave me kind of like an unnervy
it
feeling.
Got me,
you know what I mean?
When I was younger and like I stopped being like I was like that too, but I stopped. Try me, bitch. I just like.
Did you pull out your 45?
So anyway, I start blasting.
Dude, I saw this video of
No, but for real, like, I mean, whenever I'd get scared and nervous, I'd just stop and be like, bring it. Fucking nothing happens. So you're like,
well, yeah, no, nothing ever happens, but it's you just still get chills, and that's why
that's when I stopped, because I was just like, okay, come at me then.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. Don't let the demons in, man.
Yeah, well, come at me, bro.
Yeah,
that PC principle. Come on, bro.
Confidence is key from what they say. But no, I saw this video of.
I think ignorance is in the modern day.
What?
I think ignorance is key in the modern day.
I think ignorance is dangerous. I think that's why people are so stupid.
Are they stupid because they're ignorant, or are they ignorant because they're stupid?
It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, stupid's kind of different than low IQ.
Like room temp IQ people?
I don't know what that means.
Like room temperature IQ?
What does that mean?
So
what do you mean? Like average IQ?
Temperature? Your IQ is a room temperature IQ.
My IQ? You calling me room temperature?
Yeah. No, it's like, just like, what's the room temperature? 70 degrees? Your IQ 70.
Oh, your IQ 70?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's what's called. Like calling someone having a room temperature IQ is an insult.
Gotcha. Okay. Heard. That makes sense. That's funny.
Heard. Act like you're not over 30.
No, that's restaurant talk. Sorry.
I know. No, that's young person talk.
Oh, that's what we said. No, we've been saying in restaurants for the past, since 2008.
Old. That's what I got from that.
Yeah, whatever. What are you, 3 years younger than me?
Hey, 3 years counts.
Yeah, whatever.
It matters a lot, especially at... Never mind. Don't need a young Republican group chat myself.
Yeah, right. No, I saw this video because we were talking about guns. It was so funny. This dude it was a video of he was showing a Black Widow spider.
Oh God.
And his other yeah.
Exactly where it's going.
Yeah, it was like a wheelbarrow or something. Like obviously they hadn't touched in forever. And he's like, guys, check this out. And he brought his video camera up to the Black Widow spider, and then like he into the frame. He pulls out his, like, I don't know, it was like Glock 9mm or something, and just starts like blasting away at it. He like emptied his clip into the wheelbarrow. He probably didn't even hit the thing, but it was funny. I don't know.
Oh, America.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
We do have some international listeners.
Do we? Nice.
We do.
From where?
Finland was one.
So I can start talking shit. Finland. I don't know anything about Finland.
UK.
Okay. UK.
Russia.
UK I can talk shit about all day.
Russia. And then there's some other ones. Poland, I think, was one.
I follow this channel on Instagram. It's called UK Crime. It's a bunch of like blade gangs out there, like fucking each other
uploading all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason I said that is because I saw this video of these guys that were here to get into the spirit of their culture.
Well, if you guys are listening,
they were here on holiday.
On holiday.
So they were here and they were on a lake, and they saw someone, like, it was basically a 2-minute clip of like their whole day experience, and it was 4th of July. Actually, I don't even know if it's 4th of July. I think it was just a normal day in America, and they were on the lake, and they saw someone with a cool boat, and the guy's like, yeah, he's like, where are you guys from? Because he heard their accents, and it's like, oh, UK, and somebody's like, oh, you guys want to ride on my boat? He's like, sure. They've never done that, so they're riding on his boat, and then he meets up with the people he was going to meet up with, a bunch of like redneck folks.
I saw this, yeah.
And then like it's just British people like witnessing Americans just having fun on a weekend, and it's like they're drinking vodka, shooting guns.
Yeah, there's like a
fireworks,
rope swing into the lake.
Yeah, and it's like a montage. And at the end, she's like, "This is the best fucking country."
Yeah. That's a good video.
They're like, "Have you ever fired a gun?" He's like, "No, never. I've never even held one." They're like, "Just hand him a gun." They're like,
here you go, man.
Aim that way.
Yep. Point and shoot. Yeah, that was a good video. I like that.
Oh God, yeah, yeah, because it was great.
We have somebody listening from Russia consistently.
I don't know. It's like Spotify analytics. It doesn't even tell me like what they viewed, how long they viewed. It just says where the account is that tuned in at some point.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So yeah, there's a couple different countries that have tuned in, but nice. I guarantee they're just people like, what's this? Click on it. Oh, 2 Americans. Click off.
Probably. That's okay.
So that's fine. We I was just gonna make a joke, but I stopped. It wasn't really formed fully. So anyway, yeah. Well, I still got some. Well, actually, I changed. I'm not drinking that anymore. While you were doing your monologue, I went and got some of that rum.
Oh, well, do a monologue, and I'll go and get some other whiskey. I'm not gonna drink rum.
It's actually not good. It's not bad. It tastes like it's like vanilla.
No, I like rum and mixed drinks. I can't drink rum straight. That was okay. I'll go on a little monologue myself, and then I'll go and let you go on yours, and I'll get something else. So my first time ever getting drunk was on rum. It was on Bacardi. Is that rum? Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yep. So
I'm a Bacardi connoisseur.
Yeah, it was a Bacardi. Oh yeah, of course you are. Yep. Yeah,
Bacardi.
151. Don't get them started. No, it wasn't 151. It was just like Bacardi white rum or something.
Basic.
I was what, maybe 19 or 20. I think I was out of high school. Potentially, maybe I was 18. No, I think I was still in high school actually. Anyways, it was at this guy's house, and like I said, probably never.
Wait,
even
your first time getting drunk was at this guy's house.
Yeah.
Throw back to the closet comment. Continue.
Well, it was a party. I wasn't just with one guy at his house. Anyway, yeah, let me give you further context. At a party at this guy's house.
Okay. Ethan just over at some 40-year-old's house.
Yeah, me and my buddy Mark. Shout out to Mark. Haven't seen him or talked to him in fucking 10 years. Yeah, we decided that to start taking double shots of Bacardi.
As one does,
because we didn't know any better.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
Fair.
I don't even know if we ate anything. And yeah,
Base, been there.
So anybody can tell where this story's going. We passed out at this guy's house. Definitely wasn't supposed to be there. Parents definitely didn't know I was there. And we woke up on the guy's couch, and apparently sometime during that night, I threw up on his deck. So my 19-year-old, probably 18-year-old, hungover as fuck, probably still drunk self, had to get up and hose down my own puke off this guy's deck, and then I took the walk of shame home. And so not the greatest story, but I got drunk for the first time on rum, and I can't drink that straight anymore. So I'll go get some whiskey while you talk about something.
Walk of shame. Interesting way to context that.
I'm not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay.
Oh God, yeah. We like to have fun here. We like to have fun. We like to share funny stories and make fun of things. Not this. We don't take stuff too seriously, except politics. We really take politics seriously. I think my summary on politics is very nihilistic or fucked. Mature language alert. Post fact. Yeah. So to get back to the political side of this, because I think that's what we get more passionate about when we're talking. Yeah, no, I think the throwback to 50 minutes ago, the White House stuff, that's interesting stuff. It's interesting to see a narrative crafted in real time by a side. And we pick a lot on the left because the left does it. I think they've got the most media presence in recent years. So the right, it's difficult to like pick on the right because it's like yeah, you're really going to pick on something a conservative says from between 2020 and 2022. It's like they were non-existent.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to exist thanks to COVID.
Yeah. COVID that was a wild time. Can we people done with COVID now? Are we cool?
I don't think people are going to I think the vaxxers aren't going to admit that they're wrong, but I think we're cool. I think we're cool to talk shit, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, we're cool. We're cool. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. That was an interesting time. I'm going to look back on that and just be like, holy shit. I remember walking into work and then doing the little, hey, we need to take your temperature. What are you going to do if it's over a certain degree? We'll take it again. What are you going to do if it's still over a degree? Send you home. Bullshit. You're just going to wave me in. Like, nobody took it seriously.
No, nobody did. So, no, like in my opinion, blatant attempt of complete takeover.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I don't completely agree with that, but I think that's a fair assessment. I know you don't agree. I know you don't agree, but like in my opinion, like full tinfoil hat, that was a blatant attempt of trying to take over like the world. And it didn't quite pan out, you know. I think they got very close, and I think they needed a little bit more. I think if that was their attempt, they didn't have all their eggs in the basket when they started.
No, but I think they thought that at that point in time, like there was either that or all or nothing, and so they went for it.
And now they got nothing.
And
it's crumbling. It's not nothing, but it's crumbling.
No, but they tried and it didn't work, and you know, it's Yeah, but I will die with that opinion.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I think it's fine. Interesting enough, I'm trying to think of a comparison to make because I'd like to show like I want my big takeaway from this episode, and it's getting pretty lengthy, so we can wrap it up. My big takeaway is like I want people to understand like you can have different ideas and different opinions. You don't have to be completely in lockstep with the side.
Mm-hmm.
And we've lost that as a society in general broad sense. I think like we said earlier, people who are level-headed, rational, like they take, they think about things with the whole Charlie Kirk thing, obviously I think anyone who's worth anything disavows that. Like if you're not disavowing it, then you're probably radical. But I think we need to go back to an era where my parents all the time tell me like not to fantasize about I don't know 70s or whatever, but like my parents would tell me stories all the time about how they had friends of different political leanings themselves, and they never ever talked politics. Never.
Yeah, I mean that's just how you.
And when they did, it was just a civil disagreement. Like I think this is how we should tax people, or like for example, I think this is how we should tax people. I think this is how we should tax people.
Because
I'll see you at dinner.
They understood that you're going to win an election, and then you're going to have to win a re-election, and then after that, you get another chance to try your ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a back and forth. It's really frustrating to see.
Like people forget that Trump's only going to be in office for 2.5 more years, guys. Like relax.
I don't know. I did see a crazy ass comment. They're like, nobody spends $200 million for a ballroom that they're eventually going to leave.
Okay. Like I'm sure you already know, but he's making this ballroom to impress foreign dictators.
Yes.
Foreign people. Like he's not making it for himself.
Yeah.
He's not even making it for future presidents. He's making it to impress, like other people to where.
Shocker, the West's way of doing things is not how the rest of the world does things.
Yeah, 100%. So, you go over to any Middle Eastern country, I guarantee you they have a palace 100 times grander than the White House.
You ever see the dictator?
You're not gonna get anywhere trying to for diplomacy with these guys. If you come over here and we put them in a fucking like log
office,
cabin,
or like an office, they're like,
like what? We're like what?
Where are the gold statues?
Yeah, like I am
the slave women.
No, the Prime Minister of Pakistan or whatever. I don't know. They're not. You got to impress them.
Well,
they
want to
be they're the ones that want to be wined and dined, if you will. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to say it.
Is that's what I do?
No, nothing.
No, say it.
I'm going to make a joke, but I don't feel like it's needed right now. I think we need to be serious.
Like those are the ones that you take out for those millionaire dinners or whatever.
Well, so those cultures usually give a lot of weight to lavish furnishings.
Sure. So like that's what I'm saying.
It's when you have the West is very practical.
And out of respect for them, like whether or not they're actually impressed, like you have to make an effort to impress them. That's what it's a respect thing too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, he understands that he's been doing business internationally forever, and all he's doing, like that's all he's doing, is just transferring that to what he's trying to do as president of the United States.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous to sit here and this is why it's a cycle, man. It's a fucking cycle. The left is out here outraged about they're crafting a narrative that makes no fucking sense. And the right, I'm like, okay, well now the right's looking pretty reasonable. Then the right over here makes another narrative that makes no fucking sense. And then I'm like, okay, maybe they're not as reasonable as I thought. And then the left comes back and it's like, hey, you're crazy. Let's one up your crazy with another crazy. And I'm like, guys, can we please just go back to when we cared about just taxing people? Yeah. Like that was the main contention point.
Right, exactly.
Like, oh my God.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like they're grabbing at whatever they can, and they're targeting people who can't think for themselves.
Yes.
That's it. That's all that's going on.
God. Yeah.
Except for COVID. That was a complete attempt to take over the world.
Yep. the world that's flat, right?
I mean, like I don't know. It's just it seems so obvious. Like how like so many countries are doing the exact same thing, enforcing the exact same laws, and it was all like totalitarian type, actions that were going on around the world, in sync. Coming from China.
That was a rough swig.
Like tell me that, like what? Isn't that's crazy?
Yeah, no, I think so.
And something similar was going on in America. You know,
my contention point with the whole like one world government trying to take over thing is I think what happened was you saw. My take on it isn't so much like there was a conceded like a group. Are you saying? Wait, let me stop. Are you saying that there was like a one world government trying to take over?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't agree with that. I think what we saw was a bunch of individual governments seeing an opportunity to enact greater restrictions on their populaces and greater control. And so the reason everything looks like it was a united effort is because they took advantage of the same options or the same things that presented themselves.
Sure. No, I can agree with that, and I can see why what led you to have that opinion and that conclusion. However,
I hear you, I respect you, but you're fucking wrong.
I hear you, I respect you, but I think you're wrong because the Democrats didn't hold a primary. No, dead ass. Like they had this plan, you know, like I don't know, like I don't want to call it the Democrats because I think the Democratic Party has
they them. I think very inclusive here.
I honestly think
we're cutting edge of inclusivity in this podcast.
Yeah, we're woke. I don't want to like. This is another kind of separate, kind of same conspiracy theory that I have that I think the Democratic Party has been hijacked by entities outside of the United States or
aliens.
No,
that's an actual definition.
No, the Mexicans.
Yeah, illegal aliens.
Yeah, no, but like think of it like they didn't hold a primary, right? Okay, wow.
Where'd that $2 billion in funding come from?
I feel like it's
for this fucking
somebody
campaign.
That's trying to, you know.
No, real talk. Where'd that $2 billion fucking come from?
What $2 billion? What are you talking about?
Kamala Harris, her campaigns. I don't know if it was.
That's
they blew over $1 billion on their campaign, and the campaign was what 4 months long. Where the fuck did she get that money from?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway, that's where I give you credit. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like shit like that, you know. And like I can go deep into this. I know it's been a long episode, but I'll touch on it a little bit. There's like a few talking points I have for the reason that I think this, and like. One of them being like, if you're like, I feel like the vision has been a goal of some of the people in power that influence political candidates. And one of those, like just if you just focus on division, right? You can talk about.
I prefer multiplication.
So do I. But we're going to talk about division because that's what's going on. We're not multiplying, we're dividing, right? So think about like we'll talk about. This is a little outdated, but we'll talk about like the feminist movement. We'll talk about like men and women. Like how would you divide men and women? How would you kind of break down that that relationship? Right? You would kind of promote the idea that women are independent or can be independent, which they can. I'm not saying they can't, but you would want to promote that idea in order to kind of segregate women from men.
Can I add that to that real quick?
And you would also want to promote like single motherhood.
Can real quick? It's adding to what you're saying. So on top of what you just said, where women can be independent, it's also that they find gratification and a purpose in life from. They don't find it from being mothers. Like because that's what I've seen. I've seen a lot of like, hey,
that plays into it. Yeah,
woman boss. Further your career. Don't let the kids hold you down.
Sure.
Don't let a family hold you down. And so it's not necessarily like it is what you're saying where they're like, hey, you can be independent, but it's also while they're doing that, they're also tearing down the image of traditional women roles.
No,
it's tearing them down. It's like let the people fucking do what they want to do. If they find happiness in being a stay-at-home mom, let them be a stay-at-home mom. You don't need to sit there and tell them that their life is worthless or less important because they're not some CEO or they're not some woman in power of somebody. They're not over any man. Like it's so frustrating that it's a two-part thing. It's exactly what you said where they're like, hey, women are independent, which is great. Women can be independent. Yep. That's awesome. But then my issue is to tear down.
They don't have to be.
You don't have to tear down the other one.
They went so far as to now like it's Democrat Republican, you know, like generally Republican women like the idea of having a family and being dependent on, you know, a man from what I know, you know, being dependent on the husband. And that's looked down upon by, you know, independent women or feminists, you know what I mean? Like, you know, does that
yeah, no. I see.
But yeah, I mean, that was part of the point that I was getting to. So thank you. But that's how I feel like you would divide people, starting with that. And then also you got the so you got the DEI, right?
Mhm.
So you got diversity, equity, and inclusion movement, like that would, that kind of also further divides people, right? Because you're saying that other people deserve more opportunity than people who aren't of color or a minority. You know what I mean? So
Well,
it's there's been multiple initiatives, right, that were in theory supposed to help quote unquote like suppressed people or like whatever. Oppressed. Yes, thank you. Oppressed. There you go. You've had multiple initiatives by the Democrat Party to help people who have been oppressed, quote unquote. But what it's really done in reality is further divide the country, right? And I feel like that's all part of a grander scheme, and that was all that was before COVID, right? And then COVID was kind of like it was the one thing that they could like, okay, well, how do we initiate like control over everybody, like the nation's divided, they don't know what to think, everybody's against each other, and they're like, okay, well, we'll come up with a pandemic that freaks everybody out, and then we'll be able to initiate all these laws that just allow us to control everybody, right? And that's what they did. And I think they were just I think they needed like one more Democratic president that they didn't hold a primary for in order to actually make that succeed.
Yeah, they needed no opposition. So when you see these vaccine initiatives that were pushed, that was an attempt to remove a group that had not gotten the vaccine and fallen in lockstep. So I've heard some people say that it was, we needed to make sure that there's nobody who didn't get the vaccine, so that way there's no control group for any future issues.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not. My opinion was they needed to make sure everyone got the vaccine because it was a form of subjugation. They were able to force they were able to force you to get the vaccine, then you would be more easy to then force to do other things.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily see it as like,
and like I said, like to my point, I feel like it would have been more successful if they had a little bit more time to get
they'd gotten the vaccine,
everybody a little bit more brainwashed.
If they'd gotten everything pushed like they wanted, if they hadn't gotten the pushback, because like I mean, God, even just looking at the COVID-19 numbers.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, looking at the COVID-19 numbers, like, I mean, look at the people who died from COVID-19. It was comorbidity status of, I think, that on average, the people who died with, it was, I'm blanking so hard. I mean, I know the number, but I can't remember if it was people who died from it or people who had complications, but it was the comorbidities was high, very high.
Mm-hmm.
So basically people who had other issues. So if you didn't have any comorbidities, guess what? You were 99.99% chance you were fine. And guess what? If you had a comorbidity, you were 97% chance you were fine. Like, I mean, come on, like realistically, like the numbers were I remember the tracker they had on the fucking news, man. It just kept skyrocketing.
It kept changing. Yeah.
And it's like, what is the point? Like you were attempting, that's fear mongering. That's what you're doing. You're trying to fear people into getting this vaccination.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it's frustrating because we witnessed them a complete and utter disregard for any option besides the vaccine.
Right.
Any option was shut down.
Yeah.
They're like, you want to go outside and exercise? Lockdown. You want to go out and have a walk and stay healthy? Lockdown. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You want to get any other drug that may or may not help you? Banned. You can only get the vaccine. You can't get ivermectin. You can't get hydrochloroquine. And too many whiskeys. But like the
antibodies,
words, yes,
that everybody knows about now.
Yeah. Like all these other things were not allowed, or they suppressed the information around them so heavily. Like for God's sake, like Joe Rogan took ivermectin, and they're like, he took horse dewormer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, as if we're just going to forget that ivermectin has been a human drug for fucking decades, and it won the Nobel Peace Prize or some prize.
It won the Nobel Prize.
It was the Nobel Prize?
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering.
The guy who invented it won the Nobel Prize. Yeah.
But
the
like,
drug
it's been used billions of times, and it happened to show some effect in stopping viral replication.
Yeah, it was used for malaria in Africa for millions of people.
So my God, to sit there and go, horse dewormer, fuck you. Like, I'm sorry. Like those clips, every now and then I watch those clips from the anchors, the CNN, MSNBC, ABC, all the news anchors who were like horse dewormer, horse paste, stupid people injecting bleach, like all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God, how is it? Like, that's when I start following what you're saying. I'm like, how is this not a concerted effort to completely shut down any sort of
like
alternative?
I understand, like, you're a little bit more reserved in like what you're willing to admit to, being possible than I am.
I see what you're saying.
I'm a bigger conspiracy theorist than you are by far.
I'm just a little skeptical about certain aspects.
There's just certain things that are just like, it couldn't be for any other reason that they were pushing it the way they were.
Okay, well then let me counter with this. So for example, for what I just said, like, you saw they were pushing only the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see it? They were only pushing the vaccine. What do you see from that? Like towards a one world government? Like what connections are you making?
Well, like you said, like the more people you get, like the more people you are able to influence is the more confidence somebody would have in saying, okay, well, if everybody's willing to take this vaccine because of what we're saying, then everybody's going to follow us when we take over the world. That's how I connect the dots for that. So, does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, because I connect the dots differently. I connect the dots of they're attempting to disregard any other treatment because they have emergency use authorization for the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
And so the pharmaceutical companies, this is where I'm just as conspiracy theorist, but instead of a one world government, I'm pharmaceutical companies.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they have emergency use authorization for the vaccines from these pharmaceutical companies,
mm-hmm.
the government is paying billions upon billions of dollars for these vaccines. These people are making billions of dollars, these companies.
Mm-hmm.
That all goes away if you lose your emergency use authorization.
Sure.
How do you lose that? You have another treatment available.
Yeah.
So, and not even like medical treatment. Like, if, for example, if you were to say, hey, take vitamins B6, 12, vitamin C, vitamin D, and go get some exercise and you'll be better, which is true for anything really. But even for that, get some exercise, stay active, stay healthy, get some sunlight,
sure.
Hydrate, all stuff like that. And you'll be pretty much okay. And as long as you don't have any major comorbidities. But that's why you saw them demonize ivermectin as horse dewormer. That's why you see them demonize as the antibodies as you're injecting bleach, all this stuff, because it was an attempt to disregard the ability for an alternative medicine to be used, which would then strip the emergency use authorization. If that gets stripped, the companies lose their subsidy from the government, and then boom. So to me, I don't take it the step to. I look more from the personal profit corporate side of it,
sure,
not so much the one world government order. Which I mean, I think there's merit to both. To both. It's just your view on how you view it and what you deem is,
Yeah. No, and no, I can see why and how you think the way about that. But I will say this: the owners or the CEOs or whatever of these pharmaceutical companies, right? They're billionaires or whatever. Tell me they don't have a hand in their hands dipped in any other sort of going ons of the world.
It's hard to say that, yeah.
You like, so if you're
hard to say they don't. Let me say
exactly. So like take Trump for example. He was a real estate tycoon or whatever. But he had his hands in enough of other things to be able to run for president and be successful in it, right? So you got these pharmaceutical companies who probably one of their main motivators was to make money, but tell me that they don't have their hands in other sort of stuff going around the world if you're a multi-billionaire. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
It also depends on if...
So, I feel like that the pharmaceutical companies was just one tool that they had control over that they were able to utilize in order to gain control.
Real quick, it depends on if the company is publicly owned or not. Because if they're publicly owned and the people have shareholders, then they're beholden to the shareholders to increase profit. So they saw this as... But I'm not saying they were. I don't know. I didn't...
I get what you're saying, but any pharmaceutical company, at least Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson, everything, that's a safe bet for anybody to invest in. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're not beholden to stockholders because they're already they're not going anywhere. They provide drugs to the entire world. You know what I mean? So they're not beholden to the stockholders like you would say Ford is, to where it's super competitive and stuff. They have a freaking monopoly on
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so they're not worried about the stockholders quite as much as like I said, Ford or like
Maybe not as
Toyota
much,
or
yeah.
something. You know what I mean? So like that. I mean, I get the argument, and like it is kind of an argument, but not really, in my opinion.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like as far as that goes, you know, they're not really beholden to stockholders. You know,
I think they are. But I mean, that's.
Well, I mean, they are.
But I mean, I think
yeah,
because
they are
in my
technically,
in my opinion, if they were to then, because what you've saying is if they've got their hands in other pots and they're controlling more things, that's taking away money and resources and revenue from increasing stock prices and money for the. So if they're so if they're not beholden to shareholders, I get that. And like I said, it depends. I don't know the level at which they are. I assume it's up here, but if it's down here, I can see what you're saying where they've got their hands in their pots. But if it's up here, then they have to be focused on making that money. And I think having your hands in all those other pots doesn't make you that money.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's all depending. I don't know. I don't know the level to which, if they're even publicly owned, I'm pretty sure they're public. I'm almost positive they're publicly owned, but I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. So, but yeah, like I said, yeah. I mean,
so
yeah, I said what I said, but
let's we are pushing it. 15.
No, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, but I just want to say real quick, and for the people that this matters for, they're probably already tuned out because of what I was saying, but I don't want to rag on the people who like support the Democratic Party, because I feel like I feel like everybody wants good things, you know, and I can see why a lot of people who are Democrats, they want better for the world. So I'm not like, I wasn't trying to, I was kind of ragging on the Democratic Party a lot, but I wasn't ragging on the people who support the Democratic Party. I was really ragging on the people who are the string pullers for the Democratic Party. So I just want to make that clear.
I also want to make clear, I'm just going to say it.
And the Republican Party is probably the same.
Yeah. But like, so here's the thing.
They're just the ones that weren't in power.
30, 40 years ago, we all had the understanding of we just want to make things better. 30, 40 years ago, 30, 40, 50, whatever. We want to make things better. It doesn't matter. You're Republican, Democrat. You just have different opinions on how things get better. Nowadays, we've demonized, both sides have demonized the other side to where, no, we want to make things better. They hate us. They hate this. They hate that.
Exactly.
And I think fundamentally that's incorrect. I think observationally, maybe some of it's true now because they've been radicalized. For example, seeing the Charlie Kirk reactions. You can't tell me that those people that had those reactions of celebrating his death want the best for everybody. Mm-hmm. You can't tell me that. They don't. They don't want the best for everybody. They want the best for themselves, but they don't want the best for everybody. But the people who understood what Charlie Kirk, the death of Charlie Kirk, or his assassination meant, those people understand, no, we want the best for everybody. And I think the true Democrat Party, the true Republicans, the true people who are common sense, logic, they're not radicalized. So the majority, maybe the silent majority, understand that we just want the best. We just have different ideas on how to obtain that.
Sure.
And this is something that I want to make a call to action to everybody listening. If you're still here, call to action.
Oh, not violence. Okay.
Nope, not violence. Call to action. When you are inclined to see someone you disagree with, and you're inclined to sit there and react in a hateful manner, or you're to be offended, or whatever it is. To scoff, yes, whatever it is. I want you to stop and think about the context of which the person, they made the post, let's say it's a Facebook post, let's say it's whatever. You're like, how can they think that? They're so stupid. They hate this. They don't understand. Stop. Are they coming at it from good faith? Does this person actually believe what they're saying could benefit people? If they do, then I'm sorry. Maybe you just don't, maybe you just have a disagreement then. Maybe you just disagree on how things should, maybe you disagree on tax rates. Maybe you disagree on SNAP benefits. Maybe you disagree on something so nuanced that there's multiple solutions, but you believe in one of them.
Mm-hmm. And that's good. That's okay.
That's okay. Think about the other person. Maybe they believe in the same thing. Maybe if you're a Democrat and you are, how can Republicans repeal SNAP benefits? Okay, they don't care about the kids. They don't care about this. Okay, look at it from another perspective. Maybe the Republicans go, how can you guys be supporting SNAP benefits? It's making people dependent on the government, and people can ultimately do better if they support themselves and they get that hard, swift kick to the butt they need to get moving. Maybe I'm not saying one or the other is better. I'm just saying maybe they have a different perspective of it. Maybe they don't. So when you see these comments, when you see these posts, because I struggle with this too.
Mm-hmm. So do I. So does everybody.
Stop and go, does this person actually think Are they actually doing this? Are they empathetic? Do they want to help people? If so, maybe we just disagree on how to help these people. I think we need to focus on that.
Mhm.
We need to stop focusing on they hate us, they want to eradicate us, we're persecuted, they're trying to kill us, they're trying to remove us, they're trying to put us in concentration camps. Stop with all that. Maybe these people just have a different approach to fixing the problem. And it's as simple as that. Maybe I'm wrong too. Maybe they do hate you. I don't know. I don't know the context, but I do think that I think the majority of people in this country want what's best for the majority of the people. And they want to look out for everybody that they can. And they just have different opinions on how to do that. So
Yeah, 100%.
Kind of my takeaway on that. So
yeah, I like it. That's a good way to end. But
good way in, but
I also want to add in there because it kind of plays into what I was saying before, and I don't want to leave it without being said. I feel like there's way too much foreign influence on American politics.
Ooh, we should talk about that next time.
Yeah, and I think that plays into what I was saying before. That's a big thing, and I that's why I like Trump, is because I feel like he's kind of reversing that. He's kind of pushing American influence on other people, and I think that's a good thing for America. And
difference of perspective, there.
Different perspective. So, we can definitely touch on that in the next episode because that's a big rabbit hole.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening, making it this far. We appreciate it. Share any comments you have, any thoughts on the episode. I'm sure you guys watching the full thing probably don't have much to say. I'm sure you people watching these clips out of context on TikTok are going to have a lot to say.
Yep.
And I look forward to replying. So yeah, thank you guys for your time, and share, like, subscribe, do the things, press the buttons.
And don't whistle in the Appalachian Mountains at night.